Hi, I'm Andre Booth, and I'm currently studying at Full Sail University, and the sounds in the previous video were the Foley sounds I implemented to a test video game. This project was a challenge because it involved a lot of looking for the perfect sound and figuring out how to edit them and balance them within a game properly. Using sounds from a library, I focused on my editing to make the most out of a limited number of ambience and Foley sounds. I wanted them to maintain a realistic presence in the game, as if there really is a small ship flying by you. My biggest focus for this project as far as realism were the Foley sounds. They're a crucial component to the sound design of a game because they help create the immersion and bring life to the experience the player receives. I first took notice of the Foley sounds of a game when I played Infamous Second Son. There are many different elements within the open world of a city to account for. The number of surfaces that you interact with as a player means that there are a large number of required Foley sounds. There is a pavement, concrete, grass, and even wood sometimes. The weather is also included here because there may be many Foley sounds that change because of water on the ground. My effort for the game was to create a set of sounds which, although few in number, brings that important element of just phasing into the background with the ambience and blending in with the rest of the game that allows more important sounds like weapon sounds or stingers to be brought up in the game's mix. It's kind of similar to how feathering EQing works with mixing. This can be important because in most games you want to hear the weapon sounds or the dialogue, whichever is most important for the mix. Drawing attention to the most important audio of the game also helps with player immersion as well. If Foley sounds don't sit within the mix properly, they can stick out and the repetition becomes apparent. However, in some cases, the Foley sounds can be much more important, like in the game Inside or Alien Isolation. Many of the sounds heard in those are Foley sounds that the player makes. For a Foley artist, the less you are heard, the better job you've done. And that was an important idea for me to remember while I worked on these sounds. I'd like to thank you for your time and consideration. My name is Andre Booth, and my email is asbooth@student.fullsail.edu.